Welcome, dear learner. Today, you are not just reading a story. You are stepping into a journey that begins in a place many people know very well, a place called struggle. Maybe you feel stuck. Maybe you are waiting for the right time. But what if the right time is not coming, unless you create it? This story will slowly show you something powerful. Stay with it, because by the end, you may see your own life in a new way. Imagine waking up every day with the same thoughts. I will start tomorrow. I am not ready yet. What if I fail? These thoughts feel small, but they quietly build a wall around your dreams. This story is about that wall, not made of stone, but made of fear, doubt, and delay. And here is the question that will follow you through this story. Who will break that wall? And when? There was a place where many roads existed, but none of them were easy. Some roads were long and full of stones. Some roads looked smooth at first, but ended in deep darkness. At the center of this place stood a big gate. On the gate, simple words were written. Start today. Many people came to this gate every day. They looked at it, thought about it, and then walked away. They said, I will come back when I am ready. Behind the gate, no one knew exactly what was waiting. Some said there was success. Some said there was failure. Some said there was both. But one thing was true. No one who stayed outside the gate ever changed their life. They stayed the same, day after day, year after year, watching others move forward while they stayed still. Near the gate, there was also a mirror. This was not a normal mirror. When people looked into it, they did not see their face clearly. Instead, they saw their excuses. I don't have time. I am too tired. I am not smart enough. I will fail. These words appeared like shadows. Many people looked once and quickly turned away. They did not like what they saw. One day, something different happened. The air felt heavy, like something important was about to change. A quiet voice seemed to whisper, not from outside, but from inside the heart. What if today is enough? The gate did not move. The mirror did not change. But something small began to shift. A few steps closer to the gate felt difficult. The ground seemed to pull back. Doubt grew louder. Why now? Why you? What if you regret this? These thoughts came like a storm, but something stronger slowly appeared. A simple idea. If not today, then when? The hand that reached toward the gate was not strong. It was shaking. Not full of confidence, not full of power, but it moved anyway. And when the gate opened, it did not make a loud sound. It opened quietly, as if it had been waiting all along. Inside, the road was not easy. It was not bright and perfect. In fact, it looked harder than expected. There were obstacles everywhere. Small failures appeared like stones on the path. Mistakes happened again and again. Sometimes progress felt invisible. It was easy to think, maybe I made a wrong choice. But something interesting happened with each step forward. The mirror from outside was no longer there. Instead, a new kind of reflection appeared. Not of excuses, but of effort. Each small step, each try, each mistake showed something new. Growth. Even when the progress was slow, it was real. There were moments when stopping felt easier. When going back to the gate seemed safe. The old thoughts returned. This is too hard. You are not ready. But now something had changed. The person who stepped inside the gate was not the same anymore. They had seen something important. Starting was not about being ready. It was about becoming ready. Days passed, then weeks, then more. The road slowly changed. The stones did not disappear, but they became easier to step over. The darkness did not vanish, but the eyes learned to see better. Strength did not come all at once. It came in small pieces, built with every effort. Sometimes others could be seen on different paths. Some moved faster. Some seemed more confident. It was easy to compare and feel small again. But the road had a lesson for that too. Every path is different. Every struggle is personal. And every success has its own time. At one point, there was a steep hill. It looked impossible. Many had stopped there. Some had turned back. The hill seemed to say, "This is your limit." Standing there, breathing heavily, the same question returned. Will you stop, or will you continue? Step by step, the climb began. Slow, painful, uncertain. But with each step, something inside grew stronger. Not just the body, but the mind. The belief started to change. Not "I can't do this," but "I am trying." And that small change made a big difference. At the top of the hill, something unexpected was waiting. Not a big reward, not a sudden success, but a clear view. From there, it was possible to see how far the journey had come. The gate looked small now. The place of waiting and excuses felt far away. And for the first time, a quiet pride appeared. The road did not end there. It continued, with new challenges and new lessons. But now, fear was not the same. Doubt was not as strong. Because something had been proven. Startin' was the hardest part. And it was already done. Over time, success began to show, not as one big moment, but as many small victories. Finishing something that once felt impossible. Learning something new. Becoming more disciplined, more focused, more patient. These changes were not loud, but they were powerful. And then, one day, there was another gate. This one looked different. On it were new words. Keep going. Because success is not the end. It is a journey that continues. There is always another level, another goal, another dream. Looking back one last time, the truth became clear. The biggest struggle was never the road. It was never the obstacles. It was never the difficulty. The biggest struggle was the decision to start. Many people were still standing outside the first gate, still looking, still thinking, still waiting. And maybe, just maybe, this story reaches someone who is standing there right now. If you are that person, remember this. You do not need perfect timing. You do not need perfect skills. You do not need full confidence. You only need one thing: the courage to begin. Because the moment you start, everything changes. The road appears. The strength grows. The fear becomes smaller. And step by step, slowly but surely, struggle turns into success. So the question returns one last time, but now it feels different. Will you wait, or will you start today?